All right, Job chapter 14 this morning. We look at this passage that we just read together. It's been a while since I've had the opportunity to speak in the morning service, but the last time I spoke in the morning service, I mentioned that in our chapel times, for the junior, senior high in school, we've been going through a series of messages, and we really haven't gotten too far in it, but we've gone through a series of messages looking at some of the most important questions or the greatest questions asked in Scripture. And we looked at one of those questions the last time I spoke in the morning service, and we looked at the question asked by God in the book of Genesis. After Adam and Eve sinned and they hid themselves in the garden, we read that God asked, "Where are you? Where are you, Adam? Where are you, Eve?" Which is kind of an interesting question for God to ask, because we know that God knows everything. He knew where they were. But in that question, we see a glimpse of the relational God that we have and the personal God that we have. And I made this comment. I said, Christianity is unique from every other religion in many ways, but in one way specifically, and that is this: at the foundation of every other religion, it is man seeking after God. But in the foundation of Christianity, it's the opposite. It's God seeking after man, seeking after a restored relationship with man. I'm not sure what just happened to our screens there, but that's okay. They'll get them back up. And this morning, I want us to look at a second question. And this question is found here in Job chapter 14. And you know, questions play a significant role in our lives, don't they? I mean, we ask questions every day. Sometimes we don't even realize how many questions we ask in a day. If you're a parent, you probably understand how many, or if you're a teacher, all right, you understand that a lot of questions are asked in the day. Some questions that you want to be asked, and some questions that maybe you wish weren't asked, and you don't really want to have to answer. But we ask a lot of questions. And I told the teenagers that, you know, if you ever wondered, why does my teacher ask so many questions in class? It's because questions are a learning tool. They're a teaching tool. They help us to learn, and they help us to think, and they help us to grasp truth. And God uses a lot of questions in Scripture. And so this morning, I want us to look at a question that is asked by Job here. It's a question that's really been asked by every religion and by every man. And the reason it's asked by every man and every religion is because we all have this sense or understanding of life after death. In Job chapter 14 and verse 14, Job asks this question. He says, "If a man die, will he live again?